Hey everybody, happy Thursday afternoon at about 2:45. Popping here on my page for an unannounced live to kind of talk about something fun that my team cooked up yesterday and to show you some things. Specifically, maybe you've heard about it, maybe you haven't, but I have an online course called Badass or Email Marketing. It's all about how to do email marketing the right way, the way I do it, the way that has gotten me got a following of people who like literally say they want to get my promo emails because they like seeing my emails. And so that's what the course is about. We launched it back in March, I guess. Yeah, I guess it was March is when we launched it. And we've had our first crop of people go through it. And when they did, they've been getting amazing results. We've had all kinds of people talking about things, from people who are just starting out, who now have the basic email marketing in place. But then we have people who talked about how like the email marketing and the stuff that I helped them come up with in the program ended up like contributing to their six-figure launch. So we have people all over the spectrum who've loved it. And we're in the process of setting up an evergreen funnel. But the reality is we're not going to be able to get that set up for a while. And so the idea that my team had yesterday was to give my existing community a sneak peek inside the program absolutely free. Yeah, free. We're going to give people access to Module 1, which is kind of a pivotal module. It's called Email Basics, but really it's kind of setting the stage for how you do email marketing. And we're going to give you access to that absolutely free, no commitment. You can go in there, learn all the stuff, and do it. To get access, there's a link here in the post, but you go to bobbyklink.com/peak. If you're like me, you may confuse peak and peak. My team was making fun of me because evidently I was spelling it sometimes P-E-A-K, which is, of course, the mountain peak. I said, yeah, of course, because it takes you to the peak. But it's P-E-E-K, like a sneak peek. But so that's where you can go. You can head over there, fill out the form. You'll get access immediately, and you can dive in. You'll have access until 11:59 p.m. next Friday. So basically at the very end of the day, next Friday, Eastern time, you'll, kind of, that's when you have access to it till. So you have time to do it. But what I thought might be fun, what I thought you might like, is for me to kind of show you this pretty quickly, show you what you'll actually get inside of this little sneak peek of Module 1. So I'm going to try to share my screen and show you what's inside of Badass Email Marketing. Now, I don't want that screen. I want the other screen. I'm going to have to figure out how to do this. I'll do that later. Leave me alone. Let me see. I want the primary display. And there you go. So now we are seeing the proper screen. Sorry about that. This is kind of the back end of Badass Email Marketing. So this is just kind of the intro section I have here, and sadly it's before I had the good camera. I wish I would have had my good camera before I started shooting this, but you still get the point. But that's just the intro. But this is kind of all of the lessons here inside of Module 1. There's a welcome, but then we go deep into kind of like the purpose of email, understanding the goal, what you're trying to do with your email. And so that's this lesson right here. And you'll see, like, so what we have that you'll get is you're going to get this, there's a lesson. You can download the slides if you want. You can get the audio. You can get the transcripts. You're going to get all of that stuff so you can really dive in to really understand what role email plays or should be playing and how you should be viewing it. And I do that because I honestly believe that until you really understand the goal and the purpose of something, you can't do it right. So I want to make sure you understand what you're trying to do. And we talk about that here in this, lesson 1. Then in lesson 2, we kind of go deeper and we talk about the journey. One of the things that I like to say is that email marketing isn't about the destination, it's about the journey. And understanding the journey that you want to take people on is so critically important. So we go into kind of the 5 different phases of email marketing, a kind of an overall email marketing campaign. And I say campaign, it's kind of your whole email marketing system. And so we go through that, and you'll understand what the purpose is, what you're trying to do at each phase, and kind of how you work that and how it fits together as one overall journey, not as like just, I'm going to send an email here and not think it through. So we go through that so you'll understand it. Again, here you get the slides, you get the audio, you get the transcript. Now, this lesson right here, lesson 3, finding your voice, or find your voice. I think this is one of the most important lessons in the entire program. Now, yes, there are lessons about, sales emails, which a lot of people love, but this right here, if you do nothing else with your email, if you will simply get to the point that you find your personal email voice and actually go about like developing your voice so that when you email your list, it sounds like you. If you'll do that, it will be hugely, important to kind of helping you make progress. People who are on my list, who've met me personally or who've watched these live, say literally when they're reading my emails, they can like hear me. It's like they're hearing my voice reading it. And that's because the way I write and the way I talk are the same. And I walk you through the process of how to do that in this lesson. And one of the great things, this one actually has a workbook. So you'll be able to actually, when you get into the sneak peek, you'll be able to do all this. You'll be able to download the workbook and do the work and really kind of go about finding and developing your personal email voice so you can start sounding like yourself when you email your list. And that right there, I'm going to tell you, this is why people in the program have have people in their community talking about how their emails are different and how they can resonate with them and all that. It's because they're honestly talking to them as like, themselves. And so this lesson, I love creating this one and I love doing it. Now, then you'll also get a lesson. There's a lesson in here about segmenting your list, and I kind of talk, look, and there's a workbook with this one too. I'll walk through like the segments and kind of what every entrepreneur probably needs to be tracking, but then other stuff that you might need to be tracking based upon your particular business. So you'll get that sense here and a workbook to help you do it. Then there's a lesson about cleaning your list. This is important too. You got to scrub your list. People who don't open, who never open, never read, never click, there's a whole process of getting them off the list. And so we walk through that here. And then if you are at that point where you're not yet sure who you want to use as your email service provider, hopefully you're there, but we have that here where we kind of walk through the different the programs that we suggest, why we suggest it, what you need to be looking for, etc. So you're going to get access to all of that stuff here inside of the sneak peek that we're giving you access to. That is all included in this free, just, take a look, see what you're thinking about it, see if you're liking it. Now, because I'm kind of, weird, I'm not going to pretend that I'm just doing this out of the goodness of my heart for no reason other than because I love you. Now, I do love you. I like my people. But you probably know that when I do something, there's probably a marketing reason for doing it. This is no different. What my team and I decided is, because it's going to be a while before we get this thing evergreen. I'm just going to tell you the earliest it will be, I don't know, sometime in the fall. And that's too long. I've had people asking, etc. We wanted to create an opportunity for people who are in my community with a quick little flash sale where people who want to join, want to get the whole course, are going to be able to do that. We're going to be doing that next week. And as much as I love email, as much as I will love going live with you and doing all this stuff on the page and kind of all the marketing stuff, something I know is that badass email marketing, the best way I can sell it is to give you access to that first module. Because you're going to go in there and you're going to be like, whoa, this is pretty darn good. This is the basics. This is just setting the stage. Like, this isn't even talking about the specific emails and the nurture sequences and the sales promos and all that stuff. So that's why we're doing it. But it also gives me a chance to give to you. And if you're in my community, hopefully you know that radical giving is one of my core beliefs. And so the great thing is I get to give this to you. And what I'll tell you is When you go into this module 1, which you can get access to by heading to bobbyklink.com/peak, sign up and you'll get access to module 1 through the end of next week. When you sign up for it, like the stuff in there, it's actually meaty. It's actually going to be something that will help you like get some work done. If you understand the purpose of email, the 5-part journey, and find your voice, if you literally just dove into lessons 1, 2, and 3, and spent a lot of time learning, digesting, understanding, and applying that stuff, it will make a huge impact on your email marketing game. And so I look at it as a win-win. Now, I think a lot of people are going to sign up for it, and I kind of joked in an email I sent last night, there's going to be a 3-step process when you do it. You're going to go sign up, then you're going to get an email from Kartra, because Kartra, my system, will automatically give you access. You'll get that access. You're going to dive in, and you're going to fall head over heels in love with badass email marketing, so that you'll then actually be knocking on my door saying, hey, Bobby, when can I get this? When can I get this? When can I get this? I joke about that, but I think it's true. I believe that the course sells itself. So I suspect that by doing this, by giving you this access to it and helping you and serving you in a way that you can actually, make huge progress regardless of whether you ultimately buy or not, is important. So that's why we're doing it. Again, you can get access to module 1 of my signature email marketing course for free by heading over to bobbyklink.com/peak, P-E-E-K. So bobbyklink.com/peak. Head over there, sign up, you get access, and then dive in. But make sure you dive in, because you're only going to have access until the end of next week. And so I want you to get the most value possible from it. So do that, enjoy, and then let me know what you think. Talk to you later. Bye.